Hello, welcome to Anime Territory. I'm your host this week, Johnny Ruhal. With me, as always, is my co-host, Benjamin the Invisible Shaving.
The Invisible.
I thought about doing the Invisible Man Shaving,
Okay.
but I figured, I don't know, it'd be fine to just call you the Invisible Shaving.
Okay. Is that a show reference?
I mean,
Or
he
you
was
just
disguised. He was disguised as the Invisible Man.
Okay, I got it. Okay, my bad. I forgot.
I came up with a nickname in 5 seconds. I don't know what you want from me.
Okay.
Um,
I thought you were going to do like Agent Malord or something.
No, that would have been a good idea. This week we're talking about Detective Conan again, because we still really like Detective Conan. And Netflix has has released, I think, a new dub, but we didn't watch the dub. We watched the sub, which I think is original sub from what I could tell. They have 2 collections out right now. We've watched the first one, so we've not watched the second one yet. And we'll see if we will watch that second one or not. We'll discuss that a little later. But just wanted to kind of talk about coming at this from 2 angles. So angle number 1 is my angle. I've completely caught up on the English release manga for Detective Conan. And I have watched as much of the show and movies as you have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you are coming in and you have watched very little, relatively speaking, of Detective Conan, which is about 52 episodes and like 10 movies at this point. 6 movies at this point.
I think it's like 6 or 7.
So, for sure the first 6.
We've watched the first 6?
I think.
Okay.
Because we watched the one that was after Last Wizard of the Century, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then 6 was Phantom of Baker Street.
Okay.
Which we watched a while ago.
Okay.
So.
At least 7, then.
At least 7.
Mm-hmm.
And some random episodes without any subtitles on the bizarre Samsung TV channel.
I think, to be fair, though, all the episodes I've seen on that show are ones we've seen.
That's fair. Most of the time when we tune in, it's like, oh, I've seen this one.
Yeah. Like this, the one on today was like the one where like the guy drowned in that tower thing.
Yeah. It should be noted that about 10 to 12 years ago, I watched several episodes of Detective Conan that was at like episode 760 or something. Whenever it like was playing on Crunchyroll, I was like watching Crunchyroll as it released for a little bit.
There's 700 episodes?
No.
Oh no, there's more?
There's more.
Oh no.
700 episodes is what it was at like 10 years ago, Ben.
What is this, One Piece?
Older than that. But yeah, basically it's the long one. So yeah, relatively little you've seen. Whereas I'm caught up on the manga and don't have as much of the show experience. So this first collection, if you guys are not aware, is compiling a bunch of the early Black Organization arcs, which were spread out over, I'm assuming, several hundreds of episodes, considering that Sherry doesn't show up until like 100 episodes in or something like that.
That's crazy.
Or at least she's like 100 chapters in.
Okay.
She may show up in like episode 80 or something. I don't remember exactly what episode she shows up in, but so yeah, relatively early ones, some of the big ones. So I want your opinion, spoiler free, of this first collection.
It is okay. It's not my favorite.
Okay.
I am more of I want to see Conan solve mysteries, not lead a FBI investigation.
Okay.
I like the simple Conan episodes.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. That is a hot take, I think. But
that's a hot take. Okay.
We'll go into spoilers here.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't know how else to talk about this, because it's a very we're gonna skip all the filler. Collection. Black Organization rears its head every once in a while, and they're normally really highly regarded manga arcs, but it's also normally because they're so interspersed. which is why I was wondering like what this collection would feel like to you. Because to me, as a manga reader, I'm like, yeah, these are the episodes that I want to watch.
The ones with the black work.
Yeah, but like I still really like the normal episodes where he's solving a mystery or whatnot. But those can get a little formulaic at times too, where it's just like, okay, he's got to find a trick, and it's going to be a little convoluted, and then it'll be. Can you guess it before he does? Which is fun. I mean, I like those shows too. That's why we kind of like this show, is because we like mystery shows. But when you get the Black Organization arcs, it is like a breath of fresh air. It's just like, okay, there is serious stakes for the characters, not just serious stakes for like the one-off people that show up, but like, people can get shot and hurt. People die.
It's a murder mystery. People die all the time in that show.
I know, but it's not normally characters that you are aware of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, is there anybody who died that I was aware of, though, in these shows?
Not these ones. Okay. Because some of the characters are getting built up in these ones.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's also normally, like, sandwiched in between, like, there's a lot of arcs of, like, well, who is that guy? And then in this one, it's very much just like, okay, well, in the next episode, you'll figure out who that guy is. So, like, I remember thinking when reading the manga, which I was not reading it as it releases, so maybe this is just my experience, but I remember thinking reading the manga before they, like, revealed who Vermouth was. I'm like, is Jodie Vermouth? Are they two different characters? Are they one person? I did not see the twist that she was her own mom.
Okay.
As a thing. Or she was her own daughter, I should say. As a twist. And there was just a lot of ambiguity of like, who was it that was on the bus jacking that was the Black Organization member? And there would be several like little cryptic hints, in other arcs, and those characters would show up and be like, oh yeah, Jodie helped them on another case or whatever, just like they helped on the bus jacking. But the doctor that ended up being Vermouth in disguise was a character from a previous like one-off mystery that then is just like, oh yeah, this doctor guy is back. He's gonna be filling in for the nurse at the high school or whatever that Rand goes to. And so like you're building up all these different recurring characters and you don't quite know. You think something suspicious is going on. Jodie's definitely a suspicious character, but is she Vermouth or is there something else going on? And you just have a lot of that build up so that when you get the arc where you're like, oh, okay, shit's going down now, it all feels a little bit more earned. And I think that's this collection's problem, is I could tell that you were kind of like, well, and I think you even said it at one point, that you're just like, this is,
who are these people?
Yeah.
I think it's that bus episode. You meet the doctor and that Jodie, and you're like,
you're not
supposed to know who these people are.
You also meet the other FBI guy.
Yeah.
Whose name now I cannot remember for the fucking life.
It is, I wrote it down. Where is it?
You're going to say it, and I'm going to go, oh yeah, that guy.
Shuichi?
Akai, right?
Yeah.
Shuichi Akai.
Shuichi Akai.
Yeah. So it's like he's a major character, and like he's also suspicious. And then you get the flashback, and it's like, wait a minute. He was in New York a year ago with an FBI jacket chasing a serial killer? Maybe he's not a bad guy. Or is he? What is going on? And I don't know. I think it's silly how like he gets involved and all these FBI people trust him. But I also think it rules. Where they're just like,
this is a 6-year-old child. Why are you taking advice from him? Why are you just not like, leave?
And they do not know his identity, or at the very least, they maybe intentionally keep themselves like ignorant of that fact. I'm fairly for sure Kai knows at some point because of later arcs, but there is very much like there'll just be things where Jodie's like, who is this kid really? Like, what is going on here? But it's like, okay, but you knew that Vermouth's not aged since she burned down your house when you were a child. So like, they know that weird shit's out there. They may not know that it can revert you into a child state, but Yeah, I have a feeling that they know he's not
like,
just a 6-year-old child.
The Japanese FBI.
They're not Japanese. They are American FBI.
Shuichi Akai is?
Yeah.
Okay, he just...
I mean, he is a Japanese...
Okay. Just descent.
But he works for the American FBI. Okay. Jody works for the American FBI.
Then they might know. They might not know as much about Shinichi then. Yeah. It's like this great teenage detective suddenly just doesn't show up anymore, and now there's a 6-year-old who kind of looks like him when he was a kid.
But like as we saw, like Shinichi's parents or at least his mom in this arc we see is involved with like trying to flesh out the Black Organization too. They're not directly with the FBI, at least not at this point, because she like helps.
Oh, okay.
With the disguises and stuff and the monster arc there, so it's like, okay, these two people are becoming involved, and wait a minute, their son's a detective too, and wait a minute. They're hanging out with a 6-year-old that looks a lot like their son. There are times when Shinichi's mom shows up, and she just says that Conan is her second child when she goes and visits people.
Oh, really?
This is like, yeah, we're not around anybody that you know, so I'll just say that you're my child because it's true. It's a lot easier to explain than you're a distant relative that our neighbor is also related to. Because they do say that at some point. They're like, we're also related to Conan. Which means that we're also related to Professor Agasa. Don't worry about it. Which, I mean, to be fair, I can draw a line of relationships to Table, our friend Table.
Oh, really?
My sister's husband, mom, brother, is Table's uncle.
Your sister's mom's brother? No, your sister's mom's...
My sister's husband's mom's brother is Mr. Daters, our math teacher.
Okay.
And that's Table's uncle.
Table's uncle's Mr. Daters?
Yeah.
How am I just learning this?
I don't know. I've known this for a while.
You never told me?
I'm sure I have.
I don't think you have. I think that one I would have remembered.
Yeah, he's related. It might be like a great uncle type situation. I don't know. But he is related to him. Now, is that related to him on his dad's side, who's not Table's actual dad? Because his actual dad was like a sperm donor and got murdered like 18 years ago or something. Yeah, Table's got an interesting past, man.
I knew about that one part. I didn't know about the murder part.
He's got some half siblings that work for Adobe, like Adobe Acrobat. It's
interesting.
He's got an interesting life. I love that guy. And I feel fine saying most of this because I refer to him as Table and not his real name.
Good luck finding out his real name.
It's somebody related to somebody named Mr. Daters, who was a math teacher. So that'll narrow it down, I'm sure. Anyway.
But even then, that's like, you're not related to him.
I know. So that's sort of like, yeah, we're both related to Conan, but which means I guess technically Agasa is related to them, you know. But anyway, so yeah, I really liked it because I like those arcs, and I don't have to wade through 400 episodes to get all of these arcs to watch them. But I do think something is lost just having those episodes. But,
yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's you're missing. You need some filler for that. You can't just like continuously go into these arcs like that.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, they did have several mysteries built into them too.
They did.
The flashback to New York, which was very not.
That was like my favorite one too, except for like the ending,
but the ending was the part that keyed
that was
into
important.
The stuff.
Yes, but also just like no, just let them figure out who killed the dude.
Yeah,
Rand's in this episode, awesome.
Yeah, and also Rand being in the trunk of the car during that one arc and like coming out of nowhere.
Yeah,
really felt out of nowhere in this collection, and I feel like there was more build up to it in the manga of like, oh, she like knew that something weird was going on and you know was gonna protect Ai from something like, but I don't you know, she said she wasn't going to the Halloween party, I think because she had some sort of hint that something was going on with Jody, possibly. I think she didn't trust Jody. Because I think she's at one point saw Jody had like a dartboard in her like office or at her house or something that had pictures of Sherry, who looks like but adult, grown up.
Yeah, that's weird.
Conan and Ran all on a dartboard with an X through Sherry's face. So I think she was like suspicious of her and was then like keeping an eye out on during this time. But like we didn't get any of that. So you're just kind of like, oh, Ran just showed up and like was willing to take a bullet for something and outran bullets, by the way.
From a known, well, I guess they're not assassins.
They are. Some of them are assassins. Yes, some of them are very trained.
It's like, how did that guy miss?
I think my thought process here is he was accounting for her running slower than she actually runs, because he's probably like, oh, average high school teenager would run at this speed, so therefore I need to lead my shots this much. But she's faster than that. She's faster than the normal Japanese teenager her height and build would be. So that's how she was quote unquote outrunning bullets.
That was after Jody got shot, right?
Yes.
So a theory could be that it was Shuichi, possibly intentional missing.
No, because the other guy was there. I think Shuichi shows up later. I think it's
but he takes out that guy. That was up there.
Yeah, he takes out that guy that was up there. I think he takes him out later though. Okay. I don't think it's him.
You don't think it was he took him out and then was like
because
trying to like not tip off that guy was taken out already?
Yeah. Well, and I think also part of it is that Vermouth tried to stop the shots. So I think he would have been quicker to stop shooting if it was actually him.
I got
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't think he had taken him out at that point. I think, and we might even like see the guy up there.
Yeah,
at some point
I
too,
think we might be right.
But yeah, that arc felt a little like, okay, and now Rand shows up. Okay, and now Akai shows up. Okay, now this sniper guy shows like, who's, I played you. Oop, actually, I is Conan. Like,
yeah, I got the Mission Impossible masks.
Well, and that's just one of the things you have to accept in Conan world is that people can look like anybody else. They are masters of disguise exist, and it's not supernatural. The technically supernatural exists in Magic Kaito, which Detective Conan is technically a spin-off of. No, they both started as separate series. Magic Kaito came first, and then he just merged the characters in. But magic is real in the Magic Kaito manga universe, but not real in Detective Conan.
Gotcha.
So, because that's like his whole thing, I think, is that he's trying to steal jewels because they might be the one like magical jewel that he's looking for. And then when it's like, nope, not, then he gives it back. That's why Kid steals a bunch of stuff and then always gives it back. But taking aside that, I mean, you said okay. Would you give it like a number rating?
Not higher than a 7.
Okay. Now, the next, I mean, I think I would give it an 8, just because, like I said, it's good stuff, and I know all the context behind it.
Yeah, just me, there wasn't enough context.
Yeah. So, like, it definitely appeals more to my crowd than your crowd, in perspective. Now, this next collection, which we have not watched yet, is called, like, Rivals of Conan. So I think it's going to focus around Heiji and some other detective rivals that show up. Possibly maybe Magic Kaito or Kid, whatever you want to call him, Kaito Kid. So that's sort of more of a like, hey, here's some more basic mysteries, or here's some Magic Kaito episodes. You think you'd be more interested in that collection.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm interested in that collection too, just because I like when the other like recurring characters show up. I like when Hattori Heiji shows up.
He shows up in this one.
Yeah, he does. And if you had not seen the show at all, you'd be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
That's true.
You'd be like, "Wait a minute. There's 2 masks on this guy?"
Okay. I guess the one question I have about that is, did Heiji solve that crime, or was like Conan just like in his ear saying this is what happened?
I think both things happened. Heiji is a very competent detective.
Mm-hmm.
His first like showing, we don't necessarily see that. I mean, we see that, but then Conan is like, "Nope, you're wrong. It's this."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he gets outplayed by Shinichi showing up and actually solving the case. But Heiji is, after that like showing, he's frequently like on the same page as Conan all the time. Like, there's so many shots of them just being like, "Did you get it? Yeah, I got it. All right, but we need this. Yep, I'll go look for it."
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think he solved the crime, but then as for like the speaking voice, that's when he was Conan was talking into the mic to get that, because I don't think Heiji can mimic Conan's voice. He doesn't have the voice change modulator that Conan does.
Then how was Conan talking if he was in the car?
He had that mask on, and I think he was like whispering into it. Also, I think at that point he was in the car while like the confrontation was happening or whatever between Vermouth and Jody, so they weren't necessarily hearing him speak in a normal voice.
Okay.
But yeah, he did not. So I think Conan was talking to him, but I think Heiji did all the work himself, because it's not like he had a body cam on him. So.
Mm-hmm. So in that boat episode, Vermouth set up the murder on the boat to basically get Conan away from I?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Conan and possibly Rand, because she's got a soft spot for them because they saved her life for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was, for all they knew, she was a serial killer. Is a serial killer probably too, but
she was specifically disguised as a serial killer.
Yes, a known serial killer.
That's just weird.
That was in the area. That was known to be in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but yeah, that's why that was set up, was so that we could get him away from I.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
How did you feel about Vermouth like giving up on capturing Sherry? Because she's not like a good person, but she's like, "Yep, you beat me," and then noped out of there and has not gone after I since then, despite knowing that I and Sherry are the same.
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
Indifferent.
Mm-hmm. You don't think like, what's her game, or you don't think, oh, I kind of like that character, or I don't know. I
mean, I kind of like Vermouth, but it's just, I don't know. It's kind of hard when it's just her main thing is like, I'm a disguised, I can be anybody. I don't know. I just don't know if there's that much character that I know of about her. Other than that, she's like a master of disguise, and that she was her mom, and also the daughter, and she killed Jody's parents. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
You don't know how you feel about.
I guess I don't read too much into that.
Okay, she's
a bad person, but has some sort of weird
soft
code
spot
or something.
Yeah, I'd see it more of as a soft spot. Like, she's like, I'm not going after Conan. I'm not going after Sherry, despite probably putting 2 and 2 together on who both of them are. So,
I just read it. She's got a weird code that.
Okay, well, I want to now talk a little bit about the other Black organization members. How do you feel about Vodka?
Vodka's the long-haired.
No, that's Jin.
Jin. Okay, Vodka's whatever. He's just a big guy. I don't know.
I like him though. Like, we never like see Vodka do anything like particularly threatening. He's more just like a driver and the guy that's there to go, "What do you mean, bro? Look at get a load of these guys."
God, what was he doing on the ship? He was just like,
I think
yeah,
he was
Shinichi's here. And then
Yeah,
it's like, oh, never mind.
This guy you killed is here. Oh, never mind. I think he was there just to kind of keep an eye on the, like, okay, if this guy, if these people show up, because they lured Conan in with the vermouth thing too. So like they might have lured more FBI people in because of that too.
That's true.
So, he was there to basically just to stake out the situation and not necessarily act on anything there. He wasn't responsible for the murder. He wasn't doing a drug deal or anything. He was more just, hey, we've set up this trap. We should have somebody there to watch it over and report as to what happened. And then, so, how do you feel about Jin?
Fine.
Okay.
He's a good bad guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's
menacing.
Yes, he's a very menacing bad guy. And there's not like much we know about him. He's just menacing.
He's the bad guy. He will cap a kid.
How do you feel about the two snipers that were introduced? Korn and
whatever. I don't care. Those guys seem annoying.
They are very, very tertiary. They're just like, we need more generic bad guy black organization members to fill out like this operation. So we'll get these two sniper people that one of them really likes sniping and one of them just seems sort of like, whatever. Korn is very laid back. I get vibes from him of like, okay. I mean, he'll kill you, but it's not personal for him. He doesn't like get off to it.
Yeah.
And the other girl, fairly sure gets off to it.
Yeah.
You don't know the other organization. How do you feel about, was it Kier? Is that the announcer lady?
I got spoiled about that one.
Yeah.
I think about who she is, but she seems fine.
Okay,
I liked her.
We'll talk off mic about what spoiler you think that is.
I just read a bunch of wiki,
Oh, okay.
So I think I know what her deal is.
Okay. That's why you need to stay away from wikis, man.
Sorry, I was just trying to make sure I got all the names right and stuff, and it's just like
any black organization members that were missing here. I mean, how do you feel about Sherry? I guess.
Fine. I mean, her character is just more like she just freezes up when there's somebody in the black organization.
Yeah, so
I don't think there's a lot of characterization for her in this arc.
No, not really. You hit the nail on the head. She's a very beloved character, but in these arcs, it's kind of, she's just used for Spidey sense of shit. There's a black organization nearby. Yeah. We don't get to see much of her, but you've gotten to see her in some of the movies,
some of the other stuff,
and some of the other stuff.
I like her. It's just this collection just didn't do her a lot of favors.
Yeah. So, a lot of people really ship I and Conan. That is a big contingent on they're wrong.
Because they're age appropriate?
Yes, they're the only two characters that are actually like age appropriate. Because they're both...
Well, technically Conan and Rand are age appropriate.
Well, that's the thing, though. Yeah. It's you're running into the situation where it's like, okay, this is a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old both trapped in 6-year-old bodies. Mm-hmm. Like, that's going to be... How many other people are in that situation? As far as I know, none. Mm-hmm. You know, and
what if it was like revealed that everybody in the kid detective league were all just 18-year-olds? Genta is just an 18-year-old.
Then they'd be some pretty dumb 18-year-olds.
Well, they can't all be smart.
No, but all three of them. Like the one kid, I can't remember his name. The one that's not Genta or Ayumi. Misuke?
I don't know. That?
He's smart for a 6-year-old, but he's not teenager level smart.
I think it'd be funny if Gento was like an 18-year-old. He was just that dumb.
He's just that dumb and that short.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, look, it's Brock. Friend of the show, Brock Runley.
Well, he would have been bigger. He got shrunk down to an 8-year-old.
Oh, no, I'm saying...
Oh, you think he's 18-year-old? He's
he
undercover.
Just looks like that, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that'd be as funny.
That's funny if he's just a dumb 18-year-old stuck in first grade.
Mm-hmm. He just has never passed. Hmm. Too busy eating, was it eel?
Yeah, he likes eel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Do you have anything else we want to talk about for this? I would say check out this collection if you have read the manga and or you've watched the anime and you just want to catch these arcs again. It's a nice, convenient way of watching these arcs without having
I wouldn't start with this, though, if you want to get into Conan. Do not start with it.
No. I would not do that either. You do get the first episode, but...
You get the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. But it is a little like... All of a sudden he has gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of a sudden this is happening. So it's... I don't think it's a good entry point. I guess I get the idea of them doing it, but if you are sort of familiar with the show, I think maybe the next collection, and we may talk about the next collection at some point.
Yeah, I feel like if you've watched some of the show but not all of it, and you kind of just want to know the basics of like the Black Organization, it'd be probably pretty good to watch, but again, don't start with it at all.
No. And then... Yeah, so then, we'll see what the next collection is. We won't guarantee that we'll do an episode on it, but we'll probably go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we'll just watch the next 26 episodes of Detective Conan. They're not on Prime anymore, so we'll have to find them elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are on Crunchyroll, though. So I'm just still mad at Crunchyroll. Is this a place where I can talk about?
Go for it.
Yeah. Fix your subs, man. Go back to doing what you were doing for subs. Quit cutting corners. And, that's all I got. I don't have a coherent rant. But yeah, Detective Conan. Good stuff. This is a weird collection to do. I understand why they did it, but it is an odd choice for trying to get people into the show.
I guess one more question. Is there more Black Organization stuff in the anime?
Do you mean, when you say more, do you mean, is there more episodes that they skipped over for this? Or is there more after this?
More after this.
Yes, there's more after this.
Okay.
So there's other like, oh, we've got word of this organization member. Who could it be? I mean, there is a Black Organization arc going on right now, technically, like in the background.
Oh, okay.
There's been like some like, okay, like the second in command of the Black Organization is snooping around, also good at disguises. Is it one of these 3 people we've been introduced to? Probably. Which one?
I don't know.
Well, we do know at this point in the manga which one it is.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that Conan knows yet.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's prowling around. And again, it's more just like, okay, there's a mystery, and, you know, sometimes these characters are reoccurring and show up, which, again, something they did with these arcs here too, but they do that. You know, what do you want to call it? They do that bit of like, okay, somebody's around. Who is it? Are they going to get found out? Who knows? But you can find us on Twitter at anime_territory, or anywhere you find podcasts, or YouTube as Anime Territory. And you are now leaving the Anime Territory.
Goodbye.